Of course, and always has been on CGentus. Started in Pro League, picking up a couple of wins here and there. And then the next thing he's found a tournament called the Intel Extreme Masters. He's like, all right, let's have a quick look at that and try to qualify for it. And then the next thing you know, he's playing at the Intel Extreme Masters. He won it 3 times and is the only player to do so. And then there was a little bit of criticism from Korean fans that, yeah, you can win the Intel Extreme Masters, but can you win a tournament in Korea? And then coming into 2015, he said, yes, I can, actually. And then he took Casper Cup #1 earlier on this year. And then towards the second half, of course, he was able to pick up the victory in Star League Season 3. So 2 Korean titles to his name this year. Likewise, Classic's had a lot of wins himself in Korea. He's been able to win the GSL. He's also won Star League as well. But here comes HerO with a bit of an earlier scout, and it's not a scout here that you'd be looking to see a pylon inside your opponent's base. It's more so to find out what exactly his opponent's up to, and he's willing to send the probe early to find out what's going on incredibly fast. He cannot risk a crazy strategy coming out from Classic, which could put him down 2-0.
And it is quite a risk. With lots of paths here on Terraform, and it actually is reasonably simple to drop a proxy and have it go undetected, because you just don't have enough time to scout all of these paths here on this map. And Classic, it was actually a little bit sneaky as he came down the ramp with that probe, avoiding HerO's probe, getting it around there. And we'll see what both players' plan is as the game unfolds. Yes. Very standard so far, but we just really don't know until that extra pylon goes down.
Exactly. Chronobo's coming into the Stalker here from Classic to be able to push his opponent's probe out so he can now choose his choice of strategy. But we are waiting to find out what is going to happen. Both have seen a lot, and now they both go into the dark. They don't really know what's the follow-up from both. Just a quick reminder for some of you at home as well, if you do want to vote on who you think is going to win this series, do include the hashtag Classic and hashtag HerO with hashtag WCS, and you can feature in the show.
It truly is that simple, Apollo, to get your name up here on the screen. And we can see that a Stargate is going down for Classic. Now, Classic actually loves Stargate play. He actually does it. I think 50% of his PvPs, he drops that Stargate.
And HerO is trying to get back into his opponent's main base here. But there is a Stalker protecting and will deny the scout here. So Classic remains, HerO, remains in the dark with this Stargate down. And on the other side, HerO has chosen a very fast robotics facility.
He was going to make a Twilight Council. We could see the shadow there, and then he changed his mind, dropped the Robo instead. So perhaps being a little bit more defensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very safe build, right? The robotics facility offers observers. Great for any Dark Templar builds if there's to come out. He can build Immortals eventually for any, blink attacks or gateway attacks, offering him great protection. And then even 2 gateways, which offer him even more unit production. And then you can probably safely expand off the back of all these key structures together. On the other side, though, Classic, with this Stargate, the Oracle has been made, and he's obviously going to be looking to do a bit of damage.
And dropping a Twilight Council as well for Classic, going very tech-heavy here as a decision.
Right, so the Oracle, let's give an example, gets into the mineral line, kills 15 workers, and cuts HerO's economy in half, and then he can follow up with a blink attack or something along those lines. That's what he's planning, but obviously he's got to get damage done first.
3 Stalkers come straight off that ramp. Good reaction time here from HerO as he tries to shoo away that flying, pesky Oracle here from HerO.
Gets 3 probe kills. He could have used Photon Overcharge on that Mothership core, but chose to save the energy.
I like that.
And I think that was a good choice. He probably could have killed the Oracle, to be honest. But he really wants to play this fully safe in case this is going to be a big attack.
Oh, wow. HerO going all the way across the map and dropping a proxy Stargate.
It's incredibly risky.
7-minute mark, and he's going to see it.
Is he?
Oh, no,
it is risky.
His paths. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. And there's 3 Stalkers catching these Oracle in the middle map. They won't get it. It is quite zippy, but the real story is this huge, risky decision here from HerO.
I mean, he's building an army. He's got an Immortal charging to the other side of the map. He's got 3 additional Stalkers he just walked in, and then he has that Stargate to build an Oracle. And he's noticing here that Classic has expanded. So HerO's going to put the pressure on. There are 2 force fields available here, which one does get used just in time.
Yeah, 2 Stalkers stuck up here on the top. One looks like it's going to go down to a Zealot. And the other's just going to touch up that natural here as the Immortal comes up. The Immortal's taking so much damage from the Oracle, the whole walk over. He can take it out with an Oracle. 2
Oracles have done enough damage to take down a key unit there in the Immortal. And this attack has fallen a little bit flat on its face here with the Nexus finishing up.
Yeah.
There is a Mothership core, obviously, so he's going to be able to use the Photon Overcharge.
He has quite a few Stalkers. Nexus about to finish here. One goes down the retreat. He's made a Phoenix as well.
HerO Is it nerves getting to him? He's falling apart here. There's going to be a photon overcharge soon to protect this Nexus.
Yeah, any second now. Both Oracles still alive as well on the other side of the map.
HerO has to do damage. He has no second base. Classic has one there, and he's going to start to bring in a lot of money very fast. He even has a blink upgrade on the way. HerO's got to get some stuff done.
Absolutely. It's actually going to be game if he doesn't do quite a bit of damage here. Critical damage even. One Oracle coming here from the proxy Stargates. And let's see how much he can get done. There is a warp in here. Classic has spotted it. Losing one probe and just engaging it with Stalkers. HerO concentrating on this attack in the natural. Classic is all over this though.
He pushed back here. 2 Stalkers to remain inside the main base to defend against that Oracle. And HerO up against it now, warps in another set of units, but Classic is chasing him down when it's meant to be HerO who has to be the aggressor here.
And Classic comes back. Nice reaction there. Gonna shoo away one Oracle. The Phoenix coming in and take it out. Finally, that Oracle goes down, but I mean, is it going to be enough?
Well, Photon Overcharge is going to go down very soon here for Classic. He warps in another set of units, and it looks like he's going to sacrifice this second base.
Okay.
He feels if he tries to protect it, he may lose the entire game if he was to lose his army. He has a blink upgrade on the way. So he's saying, okay, you don't have blink. I'll let you kill my Nexus, but can you combat an army with blink very shortly?
Well, with enough Stalkers, maybe, but it doesn't have that much more than Classic. The rest of the Stalkers are off camera in the main here, waiting for this battle. 7 in total.
So does Classic now flip the switch, go aggressive himself to use his blink upgrade? HerO's going to retreat, and you can imagine him falling back to an expansion. He's killed his opponents.
Yeah, it actually doesn't quite have enough for a Nexus, so he's just pulling back. Blink is done now for Classic, and he takes his Nexus very comfortably.
And now that blink has been 100% revealed. If HerO did not know about it already, he does now. And here comes HerO to settle down and try to slow the pace of the game down. He doesn't have blink. He cannot be out on the map anymore. He does have the powerful units that we do see with the Immortals now building up one by one. And this game, though, as high level and aggressive as it's been, it is going to slow down a lot.
Is indeed. So both players licking each other's wounds, just gonna reset their jaws and get things back in action here and really settle down and think about their next game plan. What is the mid to late game in PvP for them on Terraform?
Correct. And at this stage of StarCraft, when it has slowed down at this level, the things you've got to take notice are how many workers does each player have after the aggression's finished? It's 24 for HerO, 33 for Classic. The Nexus, the second Nexus, they're both very similar in its time at the moment when it's about to complete. So HerO is going to be behind when it comes to his economy simply because Classic has 10 workers more than him. Upgrade starting a little bit earlier for Classic on top of that as well, as HerO's Forge is only just halfway through. But the army sizes is a little bit in favor of HerO, right? Because he has been the aggressor throughout. So there's that 12 army difference between the two of them.
He has those extra Stalkers. But as you can see in the production tab, with Classic's extra income, this is an economy-based game. He can afford things, Forge upgrades.
Yes.
The robotics facility going down, the robotics bay going down for the Colossus upgrades.
Yeah, well, with money, you can buy things,
With money,
right?
you can buy things.
Yeah, you can buy things.
A lot of people have nicer cars than we do.
That's right. And, you know, the robotics bay coming in now, HerO is also doing that, but he's not building units at the same time. He's fallen a little bit behind in this game, and looks like he is going to ask for a quick pause here as the mid-game of this map number 2 is starting to develop. And it's a tense game between these two. It's a great PvP. We obviously started up, if you're just tuning in, with a very risky strategy from HerO in game number 1, which Classic defended and then went on to win. And now HerO fights not to fall 0-2 behind.
Robotics bay done now for Classic. He can take up, and HerO sees all of it here with his observer.
Yeah, so he sees that, you know, his opponent started Colossus production already. He's going to go down to the natural with his observer, the second base, and see that his probe camp's a lot higher as well. So he's not going to be feeling too good. The observer comes from Classic here to block out any more vision granted to HerO. And look the way that Classic's used his mobility through the blink upgrade. And also the fact that he's just in a lead. He said, well, you can't really attack me at this moment. I'll take this third base to further his economy and technology even more.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, okay, you have blink, but you are not cracking this walnut. He has 2 Immortals at the back there and a lot of Stalkers.
And remember that HerO hadn't saw that third base, but he has just now with a hallucinated Phoenix that hovered over the third. HerO knows exactly what's going on now. He knows his opponent got a little bit of a lead in the early game. He's also now seen that this third base has gone down. The question comes for HerO, how does he tackle it?
Well, he has to, because Classic is his choice as the econ advantage player is to try and push that advantage even further by expanding again. And It's getting more income.
I'm looking at Classic, though. Classic has shown this third, which for everyone says, okay, yeah, he's going to take his advantage in this third base right now. But he's also got a lot of gateways coming in and is starting to power up his army a little bit, especially with the Templar Archives coming in to drop his gas into Archons, really buffering up the army. Archons at the front obviously going to tank a lot of damage and allow the Colossus and other units at the back to continue to stay alive and do more damage.
It's an excellent endgame army. I mean, you're missing the Tempest, but the Archons are really the second to last sort of ingredient you want there in the just head-to-head fights here.
What we're looking at is Classic potentially looking to strike when his +2 attack completes. He's 4 Zealots, 2 Templar, 4 an Archon. He stopped worker production, and he knows at this moment, in a StarCraft game, when you're behind, you're trying to be greedy, try to find a way to get the same economy that your opponent has. And while HerO is trying to do that, it looks like Classic could attempt a strike into HerO, which could work well with this +2 attack upgrade that HerO doesn't have.
Exactly. Hitting timings is how you get a lot of your wins. HerO, he really wants this third Nexus, but there is just too much Classic here. Go home, HerO.
Yeah, he walks up and he's like, oh, I actually can't fight into that. And is going to have to back out. He didn't use recall, so he didn't escape immediately. So he does still have a Photon Overcharge available, a Time Warp available from this. But look at the supply.
Yeah,
156 to 116. 30 army supply advantage now for Classic.
He's ahead in every single way in this game right now. HerO really needs to pull something out here.
8 gateways to 6 as well, so there's an additional 2 warp-ins available for Classic over HerO, who's trying to muster together these 2 additional gateways to equal up with Classic, and HerO's in trouble.
He is in big trouble.
He's got to get this +2 attack upgrade, Maynard. I mean, I answered that before you could ask the question, but he's got to get +2 attack. He's got to be in a defensive position.
I was literally about to ask you, what does HerO do at this point? Because I honestly do not know. He is quite in a detriment here. We see the votes coming in here. Thank you all you guys on the social networking, hashtagging Classic and HerO with WCS. Looks like 52% people are going to be looking pretty good as this second game continues.
Okay, big moment about to happen. HerO must defend up on his third base. He doesn't know exactly where Classic is at this moment, but he will find out soon. If he does not, he finds out now. The Phoenix shows it. If he does not defend this, he loses his third and essentially loses map number 2 and goes down 0-2 in a best-of-5. This is it. This is a huge moment for HerO.
He's got the Archons. He's warping in here. The meat and potatoes of his army is back there, and he loses 2 Zealots immediately. The Archon's going to make a difference here as well. Classic going to pull back here, waiting for that extra Colossus.
Yeah, waiting for an extra Colossus, an additional set of warp-ins. HerO has some small squad here looking to do damage, but there's a Warp Prism that comes in.
Oh my god. He drops the Zealots on top of the Immortals, doing some damage there. The Stalkers are going to get tussled up here. They blink over the Immortals.
HerO's splitting up his force here, not too sure what he was maybe trying to force a distraction or to get the focus away from Classic. Got his third!
Oh my god, the third is taking heal damage, the second hull damage now. HerO is coming up, he does have quite a few units. Can he push him back though? The Nexus is gone and recalls away. Classic is in an amazing position.
He has an additional base now, an additional set of income, a Warp Prism to threaten at all times, to warp in, to keep HerO at home. Classic is absolutely nailing this quarterfinal. He 3-0'd Bjorn in the round of 16, and he's looking absolutely world-class come today.
Absolutely. This game number 2 is looking all his. Will the series be his? HerO desperately trying to retake his third Nexus, clutching at straws here. But look at the differences in the income.
Yep.
Look at the differences in the army supply. It's just...
For every minute that goes by, that's an additional 30 minerals to Classic, an additional 200 gas. It's a fantastic position to be in now. And HerO is really forced in a difficult spot. Notice how Classic says, okay, you do have quite a few Colossus like me, but I'm going to move my tech further because of the amount of money that I have. I'm going to build a Stargate, an additional one that is. I'm going to add the Fleet Beacon. I'm going to get to the Tempests, and they will soon start to one-shot, Colossus down over and over and over. And that is the real damage dealer from HerO's army.
He's making the right decisions here. I mean, a great man here in the venue today that we'll be hearing from soon did say that when you're ahead, get further ahead. And Classic is doing exactly that right now.
He's nailing it, Maynard. He's playing absolutely wonderful today. And HerO is in trouble, and he really needs to find some magic to turn this game around. And I don't know what that is.
Yeah, honestly, we aren't that good at Protoss, Apollo. We just can't make this decision. HerO's going to have to make it for all of us here today. There's just a little hit squad here of Blinkstalkers picking away a very expensive unit there. Just small little things like that. Classic just getting that more and more of an edge as the second game continues.
Of course, mistakes can happen in StarCraft. So Classic can still mess this up. Absolutely. He can, you know, throw away his army, throw away this lead. One wrong decision, one bad positioning in a fight. And things can change. So maybe HerO needs to rely on his opponent making a mistake, but as you can see, the Tempest count, he's about to have 6 in the next 30 seconds.
3 at a time coming out, and that is the death knell for a Colossus heavy army right there.
And a 4th base as well. HerO now sees it. So he's now seen what he's up against, and you can only think to imagine him up on stage now in that booth with a bit of a sigh, knowing that he's up against the wall at this moment. And what does he do? Like another movie attempts. That's 800 minerals.
Completely countered here by Classic. Three cannons and just the same amount of Zealots walked in to shut this down.
All right, HerO moves south. He's got Zealots at the north. And his key armies at the south here. He's going to try a bit of a sneaky move, but there are 2 Zealots in spot. It looks like he was trying to gun to kill this 4th and get out. That's a nice move if he can pull this off.
Yeah, Classic is just going to walk down there. Doesn't want to recall or anything like that.
Yeah. Imagine...
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, hello.
Hello, mate.
Recalls into this Nexus, and he's going to take a fight directly. HerO cannot fight this army yet.
And there's a bit of a run by with the Zealots here. Classic's army is distracted here at the 4th. And moves like this is how you try and get back into the game when you're pretty far behind. He gets 1 Stargate, and he's trying to do critical damage. He hasn't done it just yet, though. You
know, you start to imagine that the HerO fans are getting a bit of feeling back for this, because he pulls Classic's army south and then attacks with a bunch of Zealots into the second base and the natural now, destroying the Stargate and just forcing a reaction of a defense here.
That's right.
Well, he's trying to build up to his own Tempest count, or Void Rays. He's choosing Void Rays. He's going to try and completely overpower this.
Okay.
But he needs time to pull this off.
That's right.
He needs, you know, at least 6 Void Rays, you'd imagine, if he is going to stick on Void Rays. So right now, it's a game of buying time to surprise his opponent with a bunch of Void Rays. And that decision from HerO is what he believes the way to pull this game around.
Yeah, I was about to say exactly that. You need to make Classic not kill you right now so that you can get up that incredible tech to try and counter or even match that he's even trying to get his 4th up.
Yeah.
They're at the gold, just trying to pull ahead with anything he can claw.
It's a risky game, though, what HerO's playing. With buying time, he's got to run around with his army. Imagine if a single Templar popped the mothership core with its feedback ability and destroying it. The army is stuck on the other side of the map. That's what HerO's relying on. If I get in a sticky position, I'll recall out.
And this army from Classic is so scary.
Okay, HerO's going to move in.
Here he goes. HerO's going to hit the natural Classic through the middle of the map.
What does Classic do? Does he recall back to come defend, or does he move forward and try to attack?
He actually looks like he's going to lose a Nexus here, and possibly more as HerO goes up the front door. Bro's going down here, and it looks like he's pulling the Tempest to go for the attack here on the 4th, and using the rest of the army to walk home. He's not recalling.
He has now...
there he is.
And HerO's going to sacrifice his gold base. It's undefendable at this point. Some harassment units to pick off this 4th. And HerO does not want to engage before the Void Rays are ready, and that's okay for him. I think he'd be happy with that if he can buy some more time.
He's forced to recall. You can do a little bit of free damage there, but as soon as the unit's there, look at that firepower of Classic explode.
Yeah. You can't help but feel, and maybe some Classic fans like, why have you not sent a hallucinated Phoenix or some form of scout into the main base of HerO to try to figure out what he's doing behind all of this? The Void Rays have still not been revealed.
He's about to see them, I think, with these 3 Zealots.
There's the Void Rays. Does HerO feel confident to take a fight? Does he think that he has enough now? He's got 6-ish. I think it was 6.
6-ish.
And now he's trying to hide them away from the pylon.
There goes that Warp Prism. He can't reinforce his army. HerO's actually losing very expensive units here for free at the back. And here comes the rest of Classic's army. Does he have enough to engage here? Classic is actually decimating HerO right now. Oh, boy. A lot of his army is going down to pieces, and GG! Classic goes 2-0 in the series. He's 1 game away from the semifinals. And HerO needs to reset his mentality and just reset the series in his mind.